Okay, here we go. First time doing this, so bear with me, okay? So my name is Sarah. If you don't know that, not sure how you're watching this, and if you don't, you should by now. Okay, I am currently 24. I will be 25 in June, 69 to be exact. I was born in Washington, Tacoma, Washington to be exact. My mom moved us here when I was 4, because my great-grandma died, so she wanted to be closer with my grandma, which I'm thankful for, because her and I were very close. So I've been here since I was 4. Boise originally moved to Kuna when I was in, like, middle school. I did 8th grade in Kuna. I'm trying to remember what year that would have been. Hell if I know. Let's see. I am an only child, so no siblings or anything like that. It's just my mom and I. I was a lot closer with my grandma than I am with my mom. You'd think that would bring us closer with it being just her and I, but we're just two very different people. We butt heads a lot. Different opinions is the best way to put that. Oh, gross. I should have covered that. I have like a little list of things that I can go over because I like to be organized. So I'll jump in with Mason is my sweetheart. We're engaged now. Actually, I'm really excited because, so look, it's a pearl and there's diamonds on each side, and pearl is actually both of our birthstones because since both of us are born in June. And this is his grandma's ring. So it's really, all ties in, it's cute and adorable. I'll just tell you a little story because I think it's cute. So Mason and I met actually originally, we worked together at a call center called WDS for Verizon. That was, see, I started there in 12 and I left in 13. I don't remember when he started, so officially when we met is either 12 or 13. And that was, yeah, goodness, a long time ago. We did it, I was in a different relationship at that point, so was he. Two very different people from where we were then versus when we re-met up. So I'm glad that, like, maybe said 10 words to the guy. And so then in 2015, I started working at a dealership here in Meridian. And Mason was already working there when I started, and like I was getting trained for the receptionist, and Mason worked there. And so every once in a while he'd come up because he'd need stuff from the front desk. And so then, like, we had talked every once in a while for a few months. I honestly tried friend zoning him multiple times. He wasn't really having that, which is kind of cute. But like at the cute persistent, not the annoying creepy persistent, and girls, you know what I mean. And yeah, I remember he called me Sarah May, and May is my middle name. And I thought it was cute in a text message that he had sent. He asked me to come watch the Meridian Speedway races with him. And I was hanging out with Allie, my friend Allie. Oh, don't mind this. Hanging out with my friend Allie, and I had said no. I was like, no, I'm good. I'm going to hang out here, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, please come watch the races with me, Sarah May. And like, I don't know why, but like that stuck with me. I thought it was freaking adorable, and like I could hear the way he was saying it, like with his voice. It was super, super cute. I still remember that. And so I said yes. And so I went and I met him and at the races, and we ended up actually, it was a group thing originally. It was when we first hung out. Yeah. Allie and I had free tickets to Speedway. Allie and I went, and he was going with his friends. So he was like, hey, do you want to meet up or whatever? Just for like a race or two. And we ended up hanging out the entire time. So that was fun. And so that's when we officially hung out outside of work, was actually a group thing. And then later on was the cute text. Anyways, so that was when I met actually my best friend Rachel. Now, I met her through Mason, and he was at the races with her and this other kid, Calvin, which was weird since my ex was Calvin. Anyways, that was weird to get used to. But anyways, his friend at the time, Calvin, and then Rachel, and he was there with them. And so that's how I met Rachel, and we just kicked it off instantly, her and I did. And so yeah, and then Mason just kind of snowballed. Like I wasn't wanting that. I don't want a relationship, hence the friend zoning multiple times. And he just wasn't really having it. And then we went out and celebrated our birthdays together, and that was kind of like I think that was when we declared it official. I'm not entirely, I think it was like a few months in when we figured out that we didn't know what date we really started dating, so we just chose the 4th, I think. He did that. I don't remember that part. But anyways, and so yeah, and so we like originally met back up, and then we started dating. And as soon as it was put on Facebook, an old friend of mine, Kyle, that I met at WDS as well, he reached out and freaked out about me dating Mason because apparently Mason had a crush on me at the time, and I had no idea, no clue. And so I think that's really cute too. He had a cute crush on me when we first met. I had no idea. We re-meet back up, and then it goes from there. And so that was back in 2015. So this year will be 3 years together. We are getting married this September. So September 15th, 2018, we will be officially married. He proposed on Christmas. It was a really cute, intimate thing up at American Falls, which is where he's from. I'm going to keep that story between us because it was just him and I, and it was special. And so I'm excited about that. So next on my list is the wedding. So the date I already said, September 15th, I already have the venue, I have the dress, I have the photographer, I have the DJ, I have the cake, I have it all, basically. The only thing, there's like the little details, so like bridesmaids dresses, which I have an appointment for. I already know what the groomsmen are going to wear. I'm going to go buy all of them, their slacks for them to make sure it's the right shade, because I'm controlling like that. And let's see, what else? Oh yeah, Mason's tux we're gonna get later because he works really hard. And he installs cabinets for a living, and so in the summer and the heat and stuff like that, he always loses weight in the summer, just like I always gain weight in the winter. He does the same thing. Like, you lose weight in the summer, gain it back in the winter kind of a deal. I think that's a just human in general thing. So we're gonna wait to get his tux until later. And then, let's see, the photographer's done. The dress was actually my first shopping experience. Like, we went to Linnea's Bridal for an appointment from a referral from my mom, or somebody that my mom knew went there. Anyways, we went there, wasn't planning on purchasing a dress there. Obviously, I had like 3 or 4 other bridal shop appointments, and there was one that everybody cried, just fell in love with, and so I got that one. It was a little bit out of budget, but that was the only purchase out of budget. So throughout this whole thing, getting it completely planned, I'm right on budget, and I'm freaking stoked. It took me a month and a half to plan my wedding, because I'm a planner. It's what I like to do, and I am so proud of that. So like, when people ask if there's any stress or anything like that, like, I don't have any, because I'm gonna have it paid for by the end of June, probably realistically early July. My mom is helping me pay for the venue, and I'm paying for everything else because it's actually really manageable, especially with my job and the bonuses that I get. I'm able to pay it pretty easily, actually. So like, my dress will be paid for next check, and this will only be my second payment on it. So, and we were able to get the dress my mom paid the down payment, so I'm only paying $1,000. I was able to pay half already, and I'm paying the next half like in just 2 checks, like just on bonuses. So I'm really excited that I'll be able to afford this, you know what I mean? Things that are left to do is like decorations. Mason is gonna build us an arch. So I'm excited about that. Well, maybe. We're looking into that a little bit more, whether it's gonna be cheaper to buy the wood and have him do it, or if it'd be cheaper to just buy one already made and we'll like decorate it. I do have the bridesmaids bouquets. I don't have my bouquet. I am going to do real flowers, so then I can do like the preservation thing. I think that'd be really cool. So the arch, I already know like just decoration stuff we have to get still. Like, I already know what I'm doing for my centerpieces, so I know, like, I've already had it planned. I literally just have to go buy it. So I'm excited for that. I don't really know. There's really not a whole lot left. Of course, the honeymoon, but our plan is we really want to try to do like a week-long road trip through Oregon, because relaxed and just easy, and it's legal to do something that we both love there, and so we wouldn't have to worry about it at all for the trip about being sneaky or getting caught or anything, because it's legal. And so that's just gonna cause or take away a lot of stress that we were kind of thinking about for our honeymoon. So I'm really excited for that. We want to do a week-long road trip. We already know that we do really well in a car together because we've done road trips to Oregon already, as well as like to his hometown in American Falls. And there was one weekend that we went up there that we were in a car like the entire time. The only time we weren't in a car was when we were sleeping, and even then we got like 6 hours of sleep, and then we were back in the car again. So like 72 hours straight, we're just in a freaking car together and never had any issues. We're really good about sharing like the music and like we work really, really well together. And so I'm excited for us to do that. So we're really excited for that. So I actually, instead of a registry, we did what is called a honey fund, which my friend Lacey's wedding, she did that. And so that's where I got the idea. I was like, oh, that's freaking rad. And so that's the plan. And so I put that on like the back of our invitations, the save the dates that we sent, and then I'll put that again on the actual invitations. Then people can just give us money instead of giving us gifts that we don't need. Like we've lived together, we have household stuff that we already need. You know, we don't need 5 toasters. Like I will, because nobody goes off the registry, and I'm controlling in the sense that would fucking drive me nuts. Like I don't. If anybody brings a gift, I'm gonna shoot them. Not true. But I imagine it. I don't know what else to say about the wedding. I'm just really excited about it. Mason has been married before. It was his high school sweetheart. He's 6 years older than me, so keep that in mind during all this. He was married, and it was just, that fucking bitch. She fucked him up. And so he's been in other relationships and long ones too. And like there was one that he was in before me that was I think 2.5 years, and he didn't want to marry her or anything like that. And so like I feel like just really special and honored that he asked me, because I know that his first one was a shit show, and he didn't know if that was anything that he was ever going to do again. And so I'm really excited. I love him so much. He's the best. I tried to do one of these yesterday, and I didn't know what to do or say, and he was sitting there listening, and every once in a while he put in a cute little thing, like, I don't remember what he said now, but he was just really sweet. Really sweet. So I'm not really sure what else to talk about, and this video is already really long, so I'm sure I'm probably boring a shit ton of people. So we'll see how this goes. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to see more on what I do in the future, click that little subscribe button, I guess. I think that's what people say.